All right, welcome back to the 80 Star Basketball Channel. So this kind of been a crazy week. I had a different idea for a video this week, and but it's just been so much kind of 101 stuff and I basically said, okay, I'm going to try and roll three things into this video. One of them being from yesterday, Dustin put out for Sports Card Dad, put out his video that he received as 101, and he kind of put some information out and why he bought it and his decision making process. And a couple of things that I really tuned in on and thought was interesting was not only some of the rationale, but what he said to someone else is really interesting, and I'll get to that in a second. And kind of, I thought was made me smile. So Dustin, you'll like that. Hopefully, you get to see this. But beyond that, also I wanted to talk about people reaching out to me, and got a very interesting offer this week. So I'll say that. I'll talk to that in a second too, and also talk about the PSA 7 101 that is on eBay right now. So I'm doing this a little fast today. I'm going to try and condense it, and hopefully I make coherent sense. I didn't have much time to put this together, but so first of all, on Dustin's response, obviously the one thing that you want to say is congrats. But I want to give a little bit more insight, and other than the celebratory hurrah rah, kind of things that I focused on, and what I thought was interesting. So Dustin goes through and he explains his rationale for actually getting the 101 and why he did. And he puts in FOMO. He talks about FOMO, and making a purchase like this is big. And why now? Why after 40? This card is it's a vintage 40-year-old card, and it's really kind of simple why he did it. And it comes down to two things that I respect and about him that I can deduce. One of the reasons why I like watching his channel is just very, very common sense, but he seems to be able to take information and assess it and change course, or, make decisions based on that new information. In my job, I'm a software engineer, so I basically am doing that often. I have to get new information. I have to change route. A lot of us do. But some people do it better than others, and especially if there's an emotional attachment, it's very difficult. So that's one thing that I think that he did here, that he explains and he talks through. Hey, there's a lot more information on these cards and stuff, and I thought that was great. The second thing that when he's talking about his FOMO and stuff, that I've deduced it to, I give it a different word and a different phrase. He said, hey, the FOMO that I had for this I have it, but it's not a hype thing. It's not the Wemby thing. And actually what's funny about that is I was actually at Wemby's first game ever, not 3 rows back in Vegas Summer League. So his first time in a Spurs uniform. And when I saw him, I was kind of like, whoa, he's different. This is different. And the 101 is also different, and both have kind of a parallel there. That Wemby, we go through the hype. We see it every year in cards, and the new rookie is the new hype, and really it's like, what are you going to pay for it? And it's a very different thing, and he explains that. This one, he calls it a different, this was him looking and assessing, and he's like, it's FOMO, but it's more, I'm going to lose out. And the simple answer is because he respects math. That is the other thing I like about him. He came to this conclusion going, I'm going to respect math on this, and go, just like we all do in our decision-making process, I do this very logically. And I did this a little while ago, 8 months ago. And, he's done it now, is look at this and say, okay, just like we all do, we all plug things into the equation of buying. How much is the card? Do I want this card? How available is the supply of it? What is that? And, any other factors to the card, and, what's the current price? You take it in and you factor out whether you're going to, purchase it or not. And as you plug numbers in, I think with a 101, with the new information, it's not even that, it's just more information. The 101 Star Jordan rookie is the rookie card. It is the only rookie card. And I know he's taking the PC stance, everything, you like what you like in the hobby and everything. I do. I love the 86 Fleer. I think it is a much better photo. It is iconic. It is awesome. However, it is simply a third-year card. I call a spade, and and when I looked at it like that, when I plug that number in, there is simply one rookie, and then I plug in the pop count. Um, all of the math all of a sudden goes way off the charts. And it goes off in a different sense. Usually you're overpaying for things. And in this case, it is, to me, very, very undervalued. I call this is the Mantle and the Honus Wagner of our generation, my generation X. I'm 48, but it is a couple of things. Why? It is a base card. And it is also, if you look at it, I'm saying it by rarity. The scarceness of this card, I've done the pop counts. To compare it to the Mantle, there's almost twice as many 52 tops Mantles as this card. This one blows me away even more. Everyone wants to compare the Star and the Mantle. The big difference with Star and why they say the Mantle is the rookie, or the 51 Bowman is the rookie card for Mickey Mantle. However, the 52 tops is more valuable, and that's what everyone wants to say with the Star card. Well, no, there's a major difference. Star was trying to be suppressed by the powers and people that had a vested interest in money and Fleer being the rookie, and that happened forever. And so there is a big difference in that argument that they tried to illegitimize Star when it simply was the NBA license card. And, that's easy to plug in when I'm making this equation to purchase this card. It's like, no, I'll look past all the noise of what everyone else tells me. I can make my own decisions. And this one was crystal clear. Well, these pop counts show not only that, but the Honus Wagner. This is the type of numbers we're talking, is that there's 1,409 Jordans. If there was 100 Honus Wagners, there's only 14 Honus Wagners to every 101. Again, as I was putting these numbers, I went, this could go, and with all the news that has come out and people kind of going, wow, this is the rookie card, I kind of went, I better make a move, because if I do not, there is a chance I will be priced out of this. And not only that, very quickly, because the numbers to me show a very high value. I am not trying to hype the value. If anything, I don't want it to go up. And this was the interesting thing Dustin said to me. I think he commented someone else. Someone said, well, it might drop in value. And he went, I hope so, actually. Dustin, this is the only card an asset you will own in the tens of thousands of dollars where you hope it does not go up and it drops so you can pick up more. It is a weird thing because this is a very unique card. Obviously, the window, you foresaw the window. Hats off to you for having foresight. And it's kind of like the movie Margin Call. I love that movie. When the guy was like, they did all the math. And all the math whiz came out and he said, these numbers, this is what they show. And the guy was like, oh, it's a hell of a lot easier to be first. And, that is basically your only thing you can do. The people who have done kind of looking at numbers, and I'll use that as a segue to go into what's happening right now, because obviously the PSA 7 101 is breaking records. And I think this next one that's up right now, it's at 29,100, and I will go, I'll make the prediction. I think it's going to break the record. I do. And it's easy to say that when it's at 5 days left and it's already hit this price. But I've been saying this for months, and I've been kind of yelling on, the top of my lungs for a while. So, when I'm saying it, I've been saying it, and it's obvious because it's just the math and the numbers. And if you plug in, if you kind of look at the formula with these, it's just showing kind of mind-boggling numbers what this could get to. So I still think things are very, very undervalued. That is my opinion, because people are asking me, should I get this? I'm getting a lot of people contacting me because I've made these star connections. I made a lot with the channel and with the forums, etc. And it's really cool to have these conversations. But this last week has been more, how do I get a 101? Are yours for sale? And so I had one person I ended up talking to on the phone, and they pretty much said, hey, I saw you had that PSA 6.5. This is my only PSA copy, by the way. I bought it for $16,200 2 months ago. This person said, I will give you $23,000 right now. So I got a $7,000 profit offer for something that I had basically just paid for. I turned it down immediately and said, no, I won't be able to get it. That's the problem with this card is my OCDs like a certain condition card that I can get. I won't be able to get that. I have watched for months now daily them slowly dry up. There was 55, I think, or 57, I think was the max I saw first in my search criteria, which pools together the auctions. It's, an alt and pools together all the auction houses showing me for sale. And I think I got to 57, something like that. And right now it's at 25. It's been slowly dropping down. The supply side this is a kind of a critical mass kind of card. Once this gets to such a low enough level, I showed you the numbers or talked to the numbers a little bit ago compared to other cards. Maybe you need to think about it this way. There's about 29 per state in the United States. This card is crazy low pop. And I can only talk to the values. Dustin talked to the bags as, hey, it could be anywhere from, they made 3,000 to 7,000 bags. I talked to Steve Taft, if I remember, he was kind of like, I think they're around 5,000, but the pop count is the only data point we can truly go by at this moment and matters and is relevant. And that is very, very low. Could it increase? If it can, it's increasing very slowly, and it more points to the 3,000 produced kind of number. But anyway, the pop is what it is. And that we can at least look at as a data point. But, you basically, I'm looking at what I can't replace this card. And so, feel free to test me if you want. Send me an email and you can offer me 28,000, whatever you want to offer me. I'm not selling the card. And again, it's not a hype thing. It just happened to me. And I was like, wow, I'm truly am holding these till the bitter end. I kind of went, this is going to be an interesting ride because I know people are trying to get in for value. And I know some people that are just, collectors that really want to go, oh my gosh, I just want this card. And it's happening now. Now it seems to be speeding up. And some people might chalk it up to hype. I do not. I chalk it up to math. Look at the math. This card is different. And there's a reason why. And there's a reason why Dustin got it. So anyway, I wanted to share all that and try and condense this as much as possible. So, as I always forget, like, subscribe, comment, subscribers, trying to, and making people aware of, other star cards. And I have, things that are happening, and I'll throw out information here and there. So subscribe, and then I'll see you at the next video.